Hello and welcome to Lanier. My name is Justin. I'm the owner of Team 53. I partner with Coach Dave Academy to bring you these Learn to Drive videos. This week's video is the Tour Mod at Lanier for iRacing 2025 Season 1 Week 7 official series action. If you can, make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe. It does a ton to help my channel, helps us out with my real racing that I do, late models here in Wisconsin. Speaking of, if you are interested, we have a cool little sponsorship program. It's a fans only sponsorship program. Starts out at $10. You can get your name put on the car. Link is in the description below, as well as you can join the Team 53 Discord, or you can sign up to run our setups through Coach Dave Academy, which is also linked below. We're going to be using all the custom Team 53 setups in these videos, so it's definitely super helpful if you guys have the same custom setup. If not, a lot of these same concepts are going to apply. So tour mods here at Lanier, tour mods are like the super late model of the modified world, right? So we have a ton of horsepower. It's really easy to get loose. It's really easy to spin out. It's really easy to just overdrive the car and cause yourself to do different things. So one of the biggest things is just making sure you're not overdriving entry. And that's something that we're going to talk about here in this video. So we're going to go out here and do qualifying like we talk about every time. We're going to tire heat, gas brake, swerve left, right. And then we're going to come up here. Lap 1 was my fastest lap this week. Not sure what's going on there. Just seemed to kind of work out for me. So I went high here in 3 and 4. Got a huge run to the start finish line. We're going 109, 110 miles an hour at the start finish line. It's a great indicator when you're looking at speed at the start finish line to see how much speed you're able to carry on a lap, right? If you're starting out 4 miles an hour slower than me, you already know that you're going to be 4 miles an hour slower max speed. It's just going to be slower, half a tenth or so. So we go down here into turn 1, and you can see I'm not even full throttle at any point in this lap here on the front stretch. So we lift, and we're going to brake, and we're going to pitch this car in, and our goal is going to be to get this left front tire as close as we can to the yellow dash line here. So we're going to pitch it in. You can see we're just kind of letting the car roll, and then just like with the SK mod, as we get to apex, we'll start to think about throttling up, but because we've got so much more horsepower, we have to wait a little bit longer here in the tour mod. So when we're looking at it here, it's when I'm pretty much even with the Barrett Dodge Chrysler is when we're going to start to pick up our pace here in the center of the corner. This red barrel and the fire extinguisher is kind of a good indicator for you. So we'll start to throttle up. And we'll kind of carry that same amount of throttle until we get up off the corner and the car gets straightened out a little bit here. Then we'll go full throttle down the backstretch. We'll get a nice wide arc for turn 3, and we're going to do the same thing that we did in turn 1 and 2 here in 3 and 4. So we'll pitch it around. We'll use a little bit of brake. And our same goal, left front tire as close as we can around the yellow. And we get this nice wide arc. And now we drive it in a little bit deeper, and now as we start to exit the corner, this is where we're going to think about throttling up. NASCAR's on the wall, Wheel and All American Series right there. So we'll throttle up. And just like we did off of turn 2, we're not getting to full throttle right away. We're just kind of carrying partial throttle. And then as we straighten up off the corner, we'll give it a little bit more gas, and we'll get ourselves a 709. I think I went a little wide there. There's definitely a 6 in it. I think you might see some lap times in the 5s, but it's just really tough with the tour mods because they don't have a ton of participation. In terms of race trim, you can kind of see here 820s, 7s, 60s, down into that range. The 28 that you see here, the 1328, I got on throttle really early. So that's where we talk about, watching our tire spin, watching what we're doing on exit to make sure that we're doing things properly. Race trim's going to look exactly like qualifying is in terms of how to run it. The biggest thing that we're going to have to watch for is with taking that wider arc, a lot of people are going to like to send it in here underneath on you and try and shallow up your entry. So that'll be something here you see me get loose that you're going to want to watch is how wide you get and then how narrow the guys behind you are driving. Really the biggest thing is just you'll have to use a little bit more brake to get the car to turn a little bit more. It's not really the end of the world when you have to run a shallower entry. You just have to know what to do. And that's give it a little bit more brake, Give it a little bit more wheel, and it'll turn. Passing zones here, really the most popular passing zones are corner exit, kind of forcing the car ahead of you to get on throttle earlier than what they want to, and they'll get loose. They'll have to chase it up the track. You're just able to go right around. The other super popular thing to do, and we talk about it in the SK video, is to dive bomb into one and dive bomb into three, going down on the apron to pass and just sliding up in the center and kind of taking the spot. You'll see it happen a lot in these races from people who are impatient and lack the talent to set up a pass. So if you can set up a pass properly here, you set it up on corner exit, you get underneath them down the straightaway, you go side by side underneath them, and you're able to clear them coming off. Um, these races are probably long enough where you'll start to see a second lane form here at Lanier. Although with the cooler track temperatures, it may be a little bit more difficult for it to gain some momentum. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind that, maybe I might want to try the outside line if I have to. Other than that, should be pretty straightforward. If you've made it this far, hopefully you've hit the like, hopefully you've hit the subscribe button, hopefully you've considered joining the Team 53 Fans Only sponsorship program and helping propel my short track program. For everybody who donates $20 or more, I'm going to take 50% of that, and we're going to use it to purchase a go-kart for my daughter. She's 12. She'd like to start road course karting, and I think this would be a great opportunity for us to be able to potentially get some money going for her. So, best of luck this week. If you run, leave us a comment. Let us know how you did. Always happy to hear. Hit us up in the Team 53 Discord as well. And good luck, and we'll see you in the next video.